Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today is a different type of video. I want to start this new series on my channel called Broadway Friday because I'm a huge Broadway fan. If you don't know, hi, I'm obsessed with Broadway musicals and musical theater. So today I thought, since the Cats movie came out a few weeks ago, I thought that I would talk about it because I have seen it now and I have thoughts. Now, before we talk about Cats, the movie, we need to go back, all the way back to 1999 when I was 5 years old. So, growing up, we didn't have a lot of money, so when we rented movies, we went to the library, and we weren't in the kids section, we were probably in the adult section, and my mom picked up a VHS, and it was Cats, the 1998, I believe, yeah, 1998 recorded version, where they did it on stage. So it was basically the stage musical recorded. And so we took it home. My mom sat me down in front of the TV, put it in, and was like, hey, sit down and watch this. I think you might like it. And I fell in love. I love Cats so much, and I've seen it so many times that if you lined up the Cats, like in their Broadway, yeah, I'd say in their Broadway, not so much in their London. If you lined them up in a line in their Broadway costumes, I could go down the line and name every single one of them because I know the costumes that well. I'm also really into costumes. And I could, if you put on the songs, like listening to the soundtrack, I could probably do about 60% of the choreography, of the original choreography. So, yeah, you could kind of say that I'm obsessed, and I follow anything happening with Cats really closely. If someone is putting it on near me, I have to get tickets. I've read Old Possum's Book of Practical Cats by T.S. Eliot, which is the poems that inspired the musical. So like if you watch the musical and you read the poems, the lyrics from the music are the poems. So I know Cats very, very well. So of course, when they said they were going to make it into a feature film, I was like, I gotta see that. Now, again, I had the same reaction everybody else did when the trailer came out in like July or whatever. I was like, what the fuck are they doing? But I went and watched it anyway because I'm a huge Cats fan, and anything to do with cats, like, I'm on it. So now we're going to talk about my thoughts. If you see me looking over this way, it's because I have my laptop sitting here because I made a post on my Tumblr. If you're not following me on Tumblr, you should. I will leave a link in the description. So, yes. Here are my thoughts. If you've seen this post already, I apologize. If you haven't, you'll know. Number one, who the fuck are the Cats? Like I said, if you lined them all up in a line in their Broadway costumes, I could name every single one of them, and I probably know most of their London names too. The costumes. I could only identify Victoria because she's white, Munkustrap because of his markings, Old Deuteronomy because obviously, Mistopheles because Mr. Mistopheles is my favorite cat, Tugger, and Jenny Anydots, obviously. Any of like the principal cats that like are really distinct looking, I could name who they were. But I was looking at all the cats and I was like, who are you? I don't know who you are because I can't tell by your costumes. And like, that's my favorite part about watching it on stage is I can like, I've seen it so many times that you stop paying attention to the cats in front of you, and I like to watch the background cats. So I could not identify any of the cats, and it upset me. I didn't care for Buster Jones's number, but I don't care for it in the musical. It's not really one of my favorites. It's kind of just like a meh. It's fine. I don't care. They fucked up Mungo Jerry and Rumpelteazel's song, and I hate it. But The one in the musical is like very upbeat and peppy, and it's an earworm and it gets stuck in your head. They slowed it down. They changed the melody, and I hate it. I hate it with a burning passion. I'm okay with what they did to Misto, which I'm going to refer to Mistopheles as Misto because it's just a lot easier. I like what they did to his, I didn't mind what they did to his character, because when I first saw the trailers, I was like, he's a bumbling idiot. They made him a bumbling idiot. And I'm like, that is not who Misto is. Misto is like really insecure at the beginning of the musical, and then he becomes like really confident. I didn't care what they did to his character because it was really cute, and they made him an adorable idiot, and I love that trope because I'm just like, oh, he's so sweet, and I love it. They actually did Growl Tiger's song. They only did like the first like verse, but like when they were on the barge and Growl Tiger is there and he started singing, like I seriously like slumped down in my seat and was covering my face because I fucking hate that song. I am so glad that in subsequent adaptations, especially in the 1998 version, they took it out and replaced it with Peaks and Pollicles, and I love Peaks and Pollicles, and I love that whole number, but I'm so glad they took Growl Tiger's song out, because I hate that song with a burning passion. It doesn't fit, and I don't understand why it's in there. The first time I ever saw Cats on stage, it was still in, and I hated every second of it. So I just really, really hate that song. One thing that I will say about Francesca Hayward, who plays Victoria, is she doesn't have that powerful of a singing voice, which I understand because she's like a pretty white cat and she's supposed to be like this delicate, innocent thing, and she has the voice for it. And I understand that she's a ballerina, and ballerinas aren't really hired to sing, they're hired to dance. So I was like, yeah, but her voice isn't that strong, and I don't know. I don't like her voice. You're gonna think I'm weird, but Jason Derulo as Rum Tum Tugger, oh my god. Like, Tugger is one of my favorite characters in the first place. Like, John Partridge, who plays him in the 1998 DVD, oh my god. I love him. Like, put me on stage and I'll be one of the kittens who are like fawning over Tugger and like trying to like rub themselves on him, because I love Tugger. I think it's because he's kind of like the bad boy, and I didn't mind Victoria being paired off with Misto. In the musical, Mistopheles flirts with Victoria. Plato flirts with Victoria. Basically every male cat flirts with Victoria. So I wasn't too bothered by the Monku strap, Victoria and Mistopheles love triangle angle they were trying to do. I didn't care. I was like, whatever. She's pretty. All the tomcats love her. Whatever. Get over it. I don't like what they did to Ballerina's character, which is played by Taylor Swift. In the musical, she is one of Macavity's ex-girlfriends, along with Demeter. Demeter's the one who is like really scared of Macavity because he like abused her, but Ballerina, I don't know if she was ever abused by Macavity, but she finds the whole like bad boy like villain thing sexy. But in this one, they made her Macavity's accomplice, and I was not happy about that change. I know that they probably did that because it's Taylor Swift and she's not really a dancer, she's more of a singer than a dancer. So because Ballerina is in the ensemble a lot of times in the musical, like doing the dances and trying to get with Tugger, which I don't blame you. So yeah, I didn't like that. The CGI didn't bother me. I thought that it would, because I saw a lot of people their feet don't touch the ground, and like I wasn't paying attention to that because I'm not really one of those people. I thought it would bother me more, but like after the first like 10 minutes, it seriously like wears off and you don't even notice it anymore, because by then you're just seeing people who are anthropomorphic cats dancing around and singing, kind of like in the musical. You get over it. Skimbles, which is Skimbleshanks. Skimble's song is my favorite. I bought like 6 songs off the album before I even saw the musical, and Skimbles was my favorite. And even when I listen to the original version and it comes on my iPod, I'm just like, I love Skimble's song. I just want to get up and dance to it because it's such a bop and a jam, and I love it. I thought it was cool that Old Deuteronomy was a woman, because this has been running since 1981 is when it opened on the West End. It opened on Broadway in 1982. And I thought it was cool that Old Deuteronomy was a woman, because I was like, there's nothing in the musical that implies that Old Deuteronomy has to be a guy. And I thought that it was cool they finally like did that, because a lot of musicals are starting to like gender bend characters, like Company, which I think opened like in the West End like a couple of years ago, where Bobby, who's traditionally played by a man, was being played by a woman, because why couldn't it be played by a woman? And so I like that. I like it when Broadway or adaptations like turn things on their heads. It's a fresh look on it, and it brings a different perspective, and I just like it. I liked it. I thought it was cool. We need to do this more in musical theater. Have traditional roles that are played by a man be gender bent and be played by a woman. Just saying, we need to do this more often. I think it was really cool, and it was a really good choice. I didn't like the choreography during the Jellicle Ball, because I'm a sucker for the 1998 choreography, and what I didn't understand is that the choreography that they used in the movie was not the choreography used in the 2016 Broadway revival, which were choreographed by the same person, which if you didn't know, he choreographed Hamilton and like won like a Tony for it. But I was like, why didn't you go with the 2016 revival choreography? Because I like that choreography. It's not bad. I know that for the 2016 revival, some of the choreography from the original was changed, and you can still see like little bits of the 1998 original choreography in the 2016 choreography. But I didn't like how they completely redid the choreography for the movie. It was fine. I don't understand why they had to change it. Overall, I think it was a pretty loyal adaptation, and I didn't mind that they tried to add in plot elements and give it more of a story, which I know a lot of people were complaining that there's no plot. That's the point. They were like, it doesn't make sense. I'm like, that's the point. There's no point to Cats. People were like, it's silly, and I'm like, yeah, it is, but us die-hard Andrew Lloyd Webber lovers and fans love Cats so much. Or I love Cats, and I will die. I will die for this fandom. Like, so yeah, I think I will be buying it when it comes out on DVD and Blu-ray, but the 1998 version is still going to be my version. So yeah, that's my extremely long and drawn out explanation / review / thoughts on the 2019 Cats adaptation. I like that they're doing more adaptations. I'm going to see In the Heights when it comes out, because I don't know much about In the Heights. And a lot of other musicals are coming out, are being made in live adaptations. But I will say this. They should have given us Wicked, because Wicked was going to come out in this slot. They were going to release Wicked, and they were going to release Cats like a year later. But now we have to wait until 2021 for Wicked, which is fine. It's fine. I'm not bitter. I'm not bitter at all. So yeah, I guess I will see you guys later. Bye.